Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about why mechanical keyboards are here to stay. So I guess we'll just jump right into the video. So currently mechanical keyboards are used by programmers, typists, gamers, and they're all widely used within those respective fields. They offer several benefits for gaming. It's faster response time, more reliable. For programming, it allows you to have several programmable keys and more customization. And for typists, it gives you that tactile feedback that really improves your accuracy and reduces errors. The problem is that mechanical keyboards aren't exactly mainstream yet. If you were to go to like a standard American office, for example, you'd be lucky if you saw even one person have a mechanical keyboard. Most of the time, they have the rubber dome type or the membrane style keyboards. So I think the main reason for that is mechanical keyboards are expensive and definitely not cheap to produce. They're pretty process intensive and they require each switch to be installed individually. On top of that, they're just a bit more complicated overall to make. So one of the reasons I think they're here to stay is over time they're getting cheaper and cheaper to produce. One of the reasons they're getting cheaper is because there's more competition entering the market. So there's more companies trying to produce these keyboards. So, as the saying goes, as supply goes up, demand drops. So if you look at companies like HyperX, they came out with a new mechanical keyboard line in 2017. And they're just continuing to pump out new models. So it just creates more competition overall, and that will hopefully drive the price down and make it more accessible for the everyday person. So on top of that, there has been a push to make cheaper switches, and as I'm sure a lot of you know, the switches can be a very expensive component. They can run up to like $1 each, and if you have 100 plus key keyboard, you're looking at $100 in just the switches. So with the release of Cherry Violas, those are coming out later in 2020, I believe. They're supposed to be cheaper to produce, and hopefully it will help mechanical keyboards and the producers reclaim more of the overall keyboard market. So by doing that, then maybe you'll see it have more widespread use in different areas. Another reason, and this one's a big one, why you'll see more usage of mechanical keyboards in the future is the gigantic rise of eSports and Twitch streaming. So at its current pace, eSports is on track to outgrow sports such as baseball and hockey, and because of that, you're going to have more people using mechanical keyboards and more gamers overall, and that's probably the biggest market for mechanical keyboard producers is gamers. And as I said earlier, gamers love mechanical keyboards because it basically makes them more competitive, makes the response time faster, so they might get that extra millisecond that they need to outpace the competition. Yeah, and as you can see, if you ever go to a website, a lot of the keyboards are marketed towards gamers. They have like the really dark keyboards and the really bright lights to try and attract you, and it's just that overall gaming aesthetic. And I mean, who doesn't want to have the same keyboard as their favorite streamer or professional gamer? So another big reason that you'll see an increase is more people are tending to work at desks nowadays. There's more sedentary jobs than there ever has been before. I think there's a saying that every 5 years the number of software developers doubles. So considering that field of workers tend to use mechanical keyboards more because of their customizability and programmable keys, it makes sense why mechanical keyboards would also increase. So if it's being used in the workforce and gaming, it's kind of hard to imagine mechanical keyboards ever going away or decreasing in market share. In fact, it'd probably do the opposite of that. So So there's actually a study released recently that says by 2023, I think it was by 2023, the overall market growth is supposed to go from 705 million to 1.36 billion. So this was published in 2017. So basically, over the course of 6 years, you can expect the market percentage of mechanical keyboards to basically double. So that's a huge growth increase, and I think it's just the start of it. I mean, by 2030, who knows how many people will be using mechanical keyboards? Even my mom might start using one. I don't know. So I think the main reason that people love them so much and why I don't think they're ever going to go away is because they're just fun to use. It must be something in our monkey instant gratification hardwired system where we just want to sit there and press a button that clicks, and it's enjoyable. So I think anyone can agree that pressing that is more enjoyable than using some other keyboard that feels all mushy and not very interesting. So I think if more people start using them, they'll realize the benefits, and we'll see a greater increase in use. You know, after the costs get lowered and everything, I don't see why people wouldn't start using them. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed. This is a lot of speculation by me, but it's backed up by a bit of research as well. So, I hope you enjoyed.